strong. I want to race this. You know, I know what I need to do.
Many fast rider here.
Unfinished business, I think.
If you're not in the Showdown, you're well out of the chance of obviously of winning the championship.
We expect to be in that top 6.
You've always got to be on top of your game to have a chance, a fighting chance of the podium.
You know, championship's very competitive now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we hope to be in the battle for a win again.
The last part of the season, the last 3 races is where it's at, so we need to gather as many points as we can in the beginning of the season.
The 2013 MCE British Superbike Championship is the war for 4, heralded worldwide for its ultra-competitiveness, tight racing and wheel-bashing high-speed action. Hold on to your seats, it's going to get bumpy. Reigning champion Shakey Byrne has the opportunity to rewrite history and become the most decorated British rider of all time. However, Ryoichi Kiyonari also has 3 titles under his belt and has returned from Japan to stake his claim for a record-winning 4th title. Also attempting to lift the title is Australian rider Josh Brookes. He was runner-up in 2012 and hasn't travelled around the world just to make up the numbers. A familiar face returns to the paddock in 2013, MotoGP racer James Ellison, who's teamed up with the successful Milwaukee Yamaha squad. He's not shy of a battle, and with his pregnant wife Sarah fully behind him, he'll be wanting to lift the trophy for his baby. Then there's the Lincolnshire wonder kid, Alex Lowes, twin of the World Championship contender Sam, who's so full of youthful enthusiasm he can't even get his words out quickly enough.
That's what makes British Superbikes what it's going to be, a close championship.
So watch out for his fearless skills and speed on the twisty racetracks of the UK. The MCE British Superbike Championship 2013 promises to be a roller coaster of high-speed thrills, and when it goes wrong, distressing lows. Only one can lift the crown. Only one can rewrite the history books. Only one will be remembered. Shakey Byrne returns to the MCE BSB 2013 Championship to defend his title and retains his ride with the Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki team.
A brilliant move by Shakey Byrne.
Is it Shakey's destiny to be the first to claim 4 titles?
Hello 2013.
Or in 2013, do the gods of war favour another?
Can he shade it out of the Shakey's got it, I think. And he has. Shakey Byrne takes his 43rd British Superbike victory. He is the 36-year-old reigning champion. Crosses the line and wins it for Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki. Shakey Byrne's 231st British Superbike race is going to be his 49th race win, surely, as he comes hurtling round the Clark curve to the checkered flag. Shakey wins it. No, Shakey Byrne then, 50 race wins. Thank you for reminding me. 50 race wins then. Shakey Byrne, the most successful racer in British Superbike history.
Shakey Byrne, he's actually qualified for the Showdown here at Oulton Park, so he's the first of the Championship riders to get his place in the end of season Showdown. He's won 8 races so far this season, which is the amount that he won in the entire race last year.
Shakey, how do you feel after 50 wins?
Yeah, pretty tough. I feel a bit old actually.
For ex-champ Kyo, things are not going to plan.
Oh, he got a faller.
At all.
Kiyonari.
That is, yeah.
Well, he came back threatening to take a 4th British Superbike Championship title, and at the moment it's all slipping rapidly away from Kiyonari.
We've got to make some progress and make it very quickly. The machine, everything's capable. Kyo's capable. His confidence has really taken a hammering, and we've got to try and pick all that up.
The Australian Josh Brookes wants to put his early mark on the championship, but he's struggling to breach Shakey's defence.
Knock him off the track or something, I don't know. It's difficult to answer how to stop Shakey.
Dropping down the hill, this is Shakey Byrne snatching the lead from Josh. Oh, he's on down! Shakey Byrne, the championship leader. Oh. Finally, after 8 podiums, he's going to grab a race with Josh Brookes.
I've waited long enough for this.
James Ellison has shown he can defeat Shakey in battle, but to win the war, James and his team must tame the beast that is the Milwaukee Yamaha.
Oh! Shakey Byrne makes a big mistake. James Ellison back on the top deck of the podium.
Grand's shows real good memories for me. We won the championship in 11 with Tommy, and it's a great start to this year.
Couldn't have asked for a better start.
From the second row of the grid. Oh, and we've got a faller. James Ellison went down.
I've heard some scraping. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Ellison, I think.
Ellison through dearly. Brilliant second race win of the year for James Ellison, Milwaukee Yamaha.
While few doubt Alex Lowes has the ability to be a future champion, and as we all know he loves a battle, but does he have the experience and control to dethrone Shakey in a sustained campaign?
Samsung Honda of Alex Lowes takes his 2nd victory of the year.
Yeah, I thought Brookes were going to be a big contender, but it seems to be Alex seems to be giving us more problems than anyone else.
They're all riding pretty much on the limit, so overtaking manoeuvres are things you've got to consider.
If you want to start, taking the fight to Shakey, then they've got to start beating him. Because otherwise, if he goes into the Showdown with just having dominated the whole season with that winning mentality, I think they'll find it very hard to beat him. But if they start to ruffle him up now and start to take race wins off him and podium credits, then I think it might be a lot more successful. If I was betting my own house on it, I'd still bet on Shakey. Just because he's such a class act.
Shakey, the reigning champion, lives and breathes 2 wheels. When he's not racing around brands at 200 miles an hour, he's happily giving out advice to superbike scholars. What a great day out if you're keen to hone your racing skills.
I'm up here with a few mates, track day and that, seen them Shakey today, give me a few tips on how to hang off the bike.
Love to be training, but at the same time I really quite enjoy these things. I like the fact that people are so happy to talk to me, and even happier when you've helped somebody and then they've improved, and they come back and they say thank you. That's what's cool, because there's no agenda as such, but it's just me going out, looking at guys and thinking, oh yeah, that guy there, yeah, he needs to do that a bit different. I'll go and see him in a minute and wait till the session finishes and go and see him, and they're like, oh, so it's cool. We're 3/4 of the way through the championship now, and I've already won more races than I won all last year, and we've still got 7 left. So from that point of view, it's been very, very good. The bike's changed a little bit from last year. My competitors are still pretty much the same competitors that were strong last year. I've been on the positive side of the Showdown, and I've been on the negative side of the Showdown too. So with that experience under my belt, for the last 2 years, I feel you know, that I'm in a good place to, you know, to use the experience that I have to sort of go forward and try and fight for another title.
We think that we've got the best rider for the job, and we think we've got a great motorcycle as well, so I think we're quietly confident. We've got a few cards up our sleeves for the Showdown.
Yeah, Paul's been great for me throughout my career. He's been a massive part. You know, it's years and years. It seems like a lifelong buddy. Do you know what I mean? He's one of them guys that, you know, I don't have to talk to in a formal manner. You know, he's my friend as well as my boss.
He's a proper good pal. I've had lots of personal problems over the last sort of 12 months, and, you know, he's helped me through them as well, so I'm trying to return the favour, so whatever he wants to do, I'll support it.
Away from the racetrack, I like to be Shane Byrne. At the racetrack, I like to be Shakey, and, you know, Shakey's the guy that wants to win everything, and Shane's the guy that goes home nice and proud and gives his kid and his dog a cuddle and his wife, and, you know, enjoys a nice time. My wife is incredible. You know, she's a wonderful character. She's, you know, every guy says they have a rock, don't they? And she's definitely mine. As long as I come home healthy, I don't think she'd care less if I was a bin man or a motorbike racer. To be honest, she's a great girl, and, you know, I love her to bits, and I know she does me too.
I don't even know what to say. It was amazing.
My daughter, at the moment, she just loves seeing Daddy on telly. You know, she sees me on telly, and, you know, if we watch some highlights or whatever, and you know, she sees me on telly, she's like, "Look, Dada, look." Zach knows about it and talks about championships and stuff, and yeah, he's cool. He's cool with it. Fourth means the world to me. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I mean, the first one's cool because it means you're a champion. The second one's cool because it means you backed it up. The third one's, for me, a little bit irrelevant because, you know, a couple of other people have won 3, but if I become the first person to win 4, I'll be a happy boy on Sunday night.
I remember when Shakey was at Brands Hatch on the Mob Ducati doing the double at World Superbikes, and I was thinking, oh, you know, how awesome he was. He's got a good style and he's nice to watch. I've learnt so much from him in the races, following him, his racecraft, his determination to win all the time. You know, even though he's the most successful person in BSB, but like we saw in the middle of the year, when it didn't really matter, he crashed trying to win because that's how he is, and I really respect that.
We're here at Cadwell Park, we're just about to get on with the racing. 50,000 people have turned up. It feels like every single one of them is from Lincoln here, because everywhere Alex goes, people are just cheering him on and wishing him well. And why wouldn't you?
Alex was telling me that he remember when he was here, he was younger, and he said, one day I'm going to be riding a superbike here, and that day's here. For him to have the confidence he's got at the moment is phenomenal.
Obviously it's my home race and I can't wait to get out there. Pace has been pretty good all weekend, so it's playtime now and I can't wait to get out there.
Track up there on the hillside, they're all looking down on this gang. The lights are out, and 22, Alex Lowe's gets a storming start, but look at Shakey Byrne, and even on the right-hand side of picture, James Ellison. It's Shakey who grabs the advantage through Coppice, but on the inside, the right-hand side, Alex Lowe's has the line he needs. Never bothers him getting that airborne and that twitchy.
Oh,
Right.
he's off.
Ellison, coming at the foot of the... Ellison went down. The Milwaukee Yamaha went down. Cross the line, number 22, Alex Lowe's takes the win for Samsung Honda.
Yeah, I think he rode fantastic then. A bit of pressure from behind, but yeah, he seemed to be able to pull a little bit where he needed to, and at the end, really good pace at the end. I was looking at the split times and he was doing some quick laps at the end, so I think he'd be happy with everything, and unfortunately we've got to do it again in a bit.
Alex Lowe's, the local wonder kid, isn't the only racer here to prove a point. With a new team and bike, West Country Speed King Tommy Bridewell is on fire.
Oh, what a move by Bridewell!
Perfect.
Brookes. And that wasn't something that Tommy Bridewell might have been expecting. It's one of Josh Brookes' favourite little numbers. He just thought about it. He's going inside into Park Corner, and he eases aside Alex Lowe's. Can he hold the line? Lowe's tries to come back at him into Chris Kirkham. Josh Brookes, is he going to capture an unexpected win here? Brookes shaking the Suzuki's head.
And I'll tell you now, Brookes will be prepared to...
Oh, down! Brookes loses it going down into Mansfield. Oh, what a shame. Alex Lowe's, well, would you believe it? He's going to do the double here at home. Cadwell Park raises its proverbial roof to Alex Lowe's Samsung Honda wins it.
So Alex Lowe's takes the double at Cadwell. Right behind him is the other rising star, Tommy Bridewell, with his best ever finish.
Yeah, it's obviously a massive achievement for me. What an achievement for the team. You know, I'm over the moon to obviously be on the podium.
Josh was had good pace. Could have been a different result, but he got to stay on to win. So great by Al. I think to lead the race from the front and do that is not just good for this race, but good for your experience and good to do that. So hopefully that'll bode well for the next few rounds, and yeah, hopefully we can dig in now and keep going from here. But yeah, I'm just really proud of him.
With round 9, Donington approaching, Shakey is in a comfortable position, having already qualified for the Showdown, as have Alex Lowe's, Josh Brookes, Kiyo and James Ellison. The pressure is really on for that final 6th place.
The final place, the 6th place, and that is realistically between James Westmoreland, Tommy Bridewell and John Kirkham. 2 of them are going to leave Donington Park disappointed. 1 of them should be in the Showdown, but this is British Superbikes. Anything can and probably will happen.
And I've got to be honest, Westmoreland seems to be the man round here. He's qualified pole, and Kirkham's down in 9th, which isn't brilliant at all for Kirkham. The other man not to forget about is Tommy Bridewell. He's flying, and a Bridewell who's confident is a little bit scary, but he's always going to be quick. So he's the other man who potentially could nick that 6th place here at Donington.
You know, there's 50 points up for grabs. It is a big task and a big ask, you know, but yeah, we're definitely going to be trying.
I mean, they're off. Suddenly we just hit the gas. That was unexpected. Oh, James Westmoreland makes a complete mess of his start. That pole position didn't last long. So Alex Lowe's leads the way for Samsung Honda with a quick opening lap. Look at that move by Milwaukee Yamaha. James Ellison, he pushes through into 3rd place. Oh, Tommy Bridewell sits up. He's got a problem, has he, with the Hulsel Racing Kawasaki? Bridewell's in trouble. His chances have suddenly gone literally up in smoke.
Tommy Bridewell, currently battling alongside the championship leaders, finds out how cruel racing can be.
Race 1 goes to Alex Lowe. 2nd place, Shakey Byrne. 3rd place to James Ellison.
With Tommy out of the equation for the final 6th place, it's between the BMWs of John Kirkham and James Westmoreland to step up and put the German machine in the Showdown for the first time. But don't discount Tommy Bridewell to have a say in the result. Go, go, go!
Westmoreland, oh, he does. He gets a much cleaner getaway, but just lost the front wheel. And look at that, John Kirkham's right with him. And here's James Westmoreland. Perhaps he's had a look at Jonathan Railton going round the outside. Oh, a big mistake by Westmoreland. He almost gets touch. Oh, that really didn't work in his favour. He got himself in a bad position on the outside. This is where Ellison made a move earlier. He's going to do it again. Oh, no! He'd gone straight on. Big mistake by Ellison. Get his head down on the Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki. Oh, he does. Here comes Alex Lowe back up the inside. He tries to hold it on, but Lowe snatches it back from under his nose. And Shakey takes a wide line. He's going to try and out-drag him. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, is it? As they cross the line, Lowe's has it by 0.05 of a second. Samsung Honda's Alex Lowe's has done the double here at Donington Park. He is the man in the ascendancy on the eve of his 23rd birthday.
3 more and that big trophy is ours.
James Westmoreland, I think he knows he may have done enough. I don't know whether he's sure, but that he may not have got that roster. He doesn't know.
You were equal 4th places, and then it went to 6th places, and you got in on that.
Am I in then?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm over the moon. I'm so happy with that, and a big thank you to the Bill Best BMW team. I had to ram my heart out for that. Absolutely, didn't leave anything out there, and that was it. But I don't know what to say, you know.
A 4th consecutive win for Alex Lowe.
Unbelievable weekend, really fantastic. That race there was close. Shakey tried, Alex tried and Alex came out on top. So psychologically, that always helps, you know, against your main competitor, you know. So it's fantastic. Now I can relax until next weekend.
I've really enjoyed this year so far. It's nice to be up there. It's nice to be, you know, consistently at the front every week. From the first race, we've been fast. From the first test, I've got on with the team, and that's something I don't take for granted. You know, I appreciate that. I'm in a lucky position that I've got a twin brother that's doing exactly the same thing as me. He's doing absolutely awesome and leading the World Championship at the minute. So he knows exactly what I'm thinking. He knows what to say and when to say it. And when he comes to the races, the ones he can get to, he helps me out. It's always been a battle with him and obviously everyone else, but then the first person I wanted to beat was him, whether it's on the BMX down the park, in the gym, on the golf course, or on a racetrack. We still want to beat each other. When it comes down to a last lap, everyone's beatable or on the day not beatable, you know. So you know, them guys are really good, fair play to them. But you know, I think obviously a little bit biased, but I think Al at the end of this year can you know, come out on top.
As long as I can remember, the first competition was who's going to ride push bikes without stabilisers first, and Sam would argue this for a long time, but it was actually me. And from that day, it's just been all about bikes. We used to make tracks around the garden and race around the garden on BMXs, and that's all I can remember every day. I used to rush back from school and used to put the telly on, watch Valentino Rossi on his 125 on the telly, on video, or Mick Doohan, or anyone, whoever it was at the time. And every night, that's all I can remember watching is bike DVDs or playing bike games. And my mum used to tell us off because we wouldn't do our homework. We'd be watching races or pretending we was racing, or, you know, and that literally has been our life. You know, that's my whole life. It's a great passion, and I feel really lucky to be able to be, you know, doing my passion, racing and racing bikes, and doing something that I really love.
If it wasn't for Mum and Dad, I wouldn't even be here now. You know, they made a lot of sacrifices in their lives to let me go motorbike racing, and I appreciate that 100%.
Alex this year, you know, he's really focused. He's intense. You know, I've not seen this kind of intensity since when Leon Assen finished second in World Superbikes and Jamie Dobb won the world title back in 01, you know, motocross. And he's got that type of intensity going on. I've been training Leon Assen for like 11 years, and I can remember the twins coming in when Leon was in BSB, and they always used to come and see Leon and Ron, asking for advice. You know, I remember them from when they was you know, little kids.
Alex and Sam come along then on 125s. I seen them. They were unbelievable lads at riding. You know, put all the effort in there, and I got all this experience on 125s. You know, just exactly where they were starting from. So it made it quite easy. And as I say, mainly, you know, when I watched them, I liked them. You know, how much effort they put in there. First impression was wild. You know. Just wanting to win, you know, it didn't matter what happened, just wanted to win, and all the family were the same, you know, the mum, the dad, they put all the effort in there.
Ron's helped me and Sam a lot, and so has Leon, you know, to be honest. They've helped us a lot when we was younger, sort of developing our skills, giving us advice. First time I led a race, we crashed on the third corner at a Graham Mill Bend at Brands. I was young, so I was crying, walking away, and I'll never forget, he says, you'll learn how to stop crashing. But people that are slow will never learn how to be fast. And that was one of the greatest things ever, because I was so upset, and I thought, oh yes, not many people have that opportunity to be involved with such a great family and a successful family as them. So yeah, they've been really good to me, and you know, if I do manage to win the championship, definitely a part should be owed to them.
He still rings up for, you know, help and advice if it's track or riding or even bike setup. So nice to. He still values that opinion. Now I am close friends with him. You want him to do well, and you know that's why I introduced him to my trainer. And you know, you try and put them on as the best path as you can, but at the end of the day, it's down to them to, you know, to do what they need to do.
It's not just about being physically fit. Most important, it's about being mentally fit, and that's what fitness gives you. You know, that same old saying, you know, strong body, strong mind. It's so true.
I think the biggest thing that Kirk gives you and training gives you is a structure to your life. You know, it is hard. You know, not many people can cope with the regime that he gives, and I think that's what makes you mentally strong, and that definitely pulls you through the hard times in racing.
The consistency, you've seen a big step up this season. You know, I think a lot of that's joining the team that he's joined. You know, the Samsung Honda teams, you know, they've been around for a very long time, and you know, they're very successful, and I think that's helped him a lot. And obviously, he's he's improved a lot over winter, and he's come out this year and he's doing a good job, and I think he's in a better place and he's a lot more confident.
Kirk always says to me, whatever you achieve it in your life, in your sport, in your chosen, job or whatever, as long as when you start doing that job you can look back and honestly sit there and say I did everything I could and I achieved what I wanted to achieve, then you can be happy. And that's honestly, what I want to do, which is a strange answer. People say I want to be world champion, I want to win MotoGP, but a lot of stuff needs to happen and you need to get the right time and for that to happen. But all I can do is keep enjoying it like I do. I really do love it, and if I do my best, work hard, keep focused and do my best each year, I'm going to be happy, and if I do that, hopefully championships will come.
Shakey's in trouble, Brookes is in trouble. I think Alex is coming for you all.
The MCE British Championship season consists of 26 individual races, held at 12 events. The season is divided into 2 parts, the main season up to round 9 at Donington, and then the Showdown. Here's how it works. After round 9, the top 6 riders in the point standings earn the right to be the title fighters, the only ones that can win the championship. To close things up, they all start with 500 points, plus any podium credits earned in the first 9 rounds. 3 for a win, 2 for second, and 1 for third place. It's then a 3-event, 7-race showdown, guaranteed to take the title fight to the last turn of the last race. Let battle commence. The showdown begins here in Assen. One tiny mistake, one mechanical breakdown, and the championship can slip away from you in a flash. With the pressure at melting point, the BSB boys are most definitely back in town. With Alex Lowes on a winning streak, can the worldly experience of old hand Shakey change the run of results to his advantage? But let's not forget Australian Josh Brookes and Cumbrian James Ellison.
Oh, what a move by Ellison! Right round the outside, phenomenal move by Ellison. Out in, and they collide as they come out of the chicane. Proper Norwich-chan action. Oh, here's Shakey. He slings the Kawasaki inside the Honda.
Look at Shakey, but he does wind it up ramps up.
Perfect. Oh, he's sent Ellison straight on. Ellison may have gone onto the gravel. Oh, he was riding so strong. The bike stopped.
Well, whatever it is, he stopped him. He made no attempt to get that bike going again, Jack.
Byrne versus Lowes. How often have we said that, and how often we've seen it happening? He's having a go on the inside. Brilliant move round the ram's hook, and that puts Alex Lowes to the front.
Shane Byrne's going to try and drop it up the inside. Now we'll swap to the inside and try and get it up the inside of Alex Lowes.
Oh, he does!
This is the point at which Alex Lowes took him on the previous lap. Is he going to leave him room?
He has done. Alex goes through. So Alex has got it again as they head down to the third timber chicane. It's all or nothing for Shakey Byrne going into the final chicane. Oh, Alex Lowes grabs the advantage. The Samsung Honda grabs onto the advantage as they come out of the chicane. He wins it. Alex Lowes grabs it on the final lap from Shakey Byrne. That was a critical move. That closes the gap right up in the championship.
Number 1, that's what we're here for, and that's what we're going away with. 5 was on the shot, it's going to be 6 later on, it's going to be 6. New champion, Alex Lowes.
That last lap nearly killed me. I can't go for that again, not at my age. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. He is on fire, come on.
With Ellison determined to make up for his DNF, and with Shakey intent on retaining his championship, Alex seemingly unstoppable, and Tommy, now with his 3rd team of the season, race 2 promises to be electrifying.
Look at Bridewell trying to make a move straight away.
Don't look at that. I mean, yes, look at that.
Oh, but he's gone down and he's taken Norrie with him.
Norrie's not going to be happy with that. Oh, Byrne's off. That's Byrne. That's Byrne's off.
Shakey Byrne's gone down. Shakey Byrne's crashed.
I don't know what's happened there. Oh. That's a big crash. I don't know what's happened there.
I think that was through the fast left-hander.
I can tell you now that's fast.
Oh, good heavens, he's got hit from behind and by Alex Lowes.
That's 120 miles an hour, that, Jack.
Bridewell,
Oh,
he's off! He's off! Brookes, he's lost the front, going into the hurt timber chicane. So mistakes galore from the leading riders in the showdown.
We can't keep up with the action here. Noriyuki Aga and Tommy Bridewell, two of the rear gunners who were brought in to help the teammates. They crashed out after coming together. Then a massive clash between Alex Lowe's and Shakey Byrne saw Shakey crash out. He's been taken to the medical centre, but it is being investigated by the race chiefs. And just as we were looking at that incident, Josh Brookes, another one of the title fighters, has fallen off across there. Absolutely fantastic, and it's blown the championship wide open.
Alex Lowe's wins here at Assen. Second place, James Ellison elevates the front wheel majestically on the Milwaukee Yamaha.
You know, it's a shame there for Shakey, and obviously Alex is going for the win again there, and a little bit erratic. I don't know the outcome of that one. Yeah, it's a bit tense at the moment. We're just waiting to find out what's going to happen with that result, but I think they'll call it, put it up there as first, second and third as it's in there, and there'll be a judicial review, and the outcome will be probably announced in the next hour or so.
The move by Alex was quite optimistic, and it went wrong. And it's just unusual when you get a move like that where both riders don't fall off, and it's kind of fair in what happens. So to have Shakey out through no fault of his own, and to have Alex winning it, I don't know what's going on. It's not my call.
In my opinion, it wasn't. It looks a lot worse on telly maybe than it was, but obviously I went round the corner and Shakey didn't. So yeah, I hope he's all right, 100%. You know, he's a friend of mine off the track, and I didn't want to knock anyone off.
It's unfortunate for Shakey. It was a big crash, and you never want to see that going down. Never want to see anybody going down, and you know, I feel for him, you know, because they rode, Alex and Shakey rode a hard race in race 1. And I thought it'd be the same thing in race 2, but I'd just be involved with it.
Away from the ferocity of the racetrack, and with a well-deserved Dutch victory, because Alex was found to be at fault for the collision with Shakey, James Ellison has a lot going on in his personal life.
I hope he's excited.
Having a baby is it's just cheered me up, I think, and kind of made me relax a little bit more and sort of realise that there is more to life than racing motorbikes.
Wanted a boy, yep. We wanted dirt, and we wanted games and playtime and sand and no bows or dresses or anything like that. So, very happy with the boy.
We've had a heap of people bring us presents.
Yeah.
So, like just at the circuit, people you don't even know. Some of them that you know that kind of follow the championship and they've got the Milwaukee shirts. You kind of see them every year and stuff like that, but some people have never even met before and they're like, oh, we've got a gift for you. So yeah, it was a bit overwhelming, the amount of people that kind of know what's going on and sort of, you know, are behind you and everything, so that was pretty cool.
It was only January this year. We said, oh, we're doing BSB. We'll be in one place for, you know, a little bit of time. So we'll give it a shot.
We had to time it for this. You know, there was a 3-day window.
So we tried for the first time ever, and I got pregnant the first time.
We had to have him arrive at the end of the season. We knew that going through everything that we're going through, we couldn't do it while the season was on.
It's really strange because we'll go from a race weekend on, you know, and it's all about training and practice and qualifying and this and that. And then as soon as we get home, we've been going to parenting classes on Monday.
I see that.
You know, so it's a very change of pace kind of world going on right now. It's Babies R Us and bike stores, you know.
It can affect you one of two ways, and with me, it's affected me in a positive way. I just feel happier. Obviously, me and Sarah get on like a house on fire anyway, and it's just having another member in the family, especially with losing my dad, you know, last year, almost this time last year actually. It really had an effect on me, my brother and my mum obviously, and the whole family. It's just, the guy was the salt of the earth, and to lose somebody like that, you know, that early was just devastating. So.
You know, this is just gonna not, you know, fill the place of or anything, but kind of bring some happy news to the family.
You know, my mum's been having a real hard time, and we all have really, but especially my mum, we've been on our own now, you know, and when I gave her the news about having a little baby, she was just absolutely made up. Sean Muir and his team, I mean, I can't really speak highly enough of them. They've just gone from strength to strength, and I've seen that from the very early days, like back since I've been racing these championships since probably 98, 99. You know, and he's always been there or thereabouts, and to see the difference in the team now is just unreal. The workshop, the setup there is just, it's world class. And for me to be able to come back into that position, into that team with Mick, my crew chief, who obviously I get on with really well, and who understands me, that's the most important thing. Absolutely no chance I'm not stepping out for a year. He's getting a little carry cart and he's coming around with us.
With James and Sarah awaiting the birth of their baby boy, the showdown rumbles on. The second round is at the legendary Silverstone circuit. And in the tranquil Northamptonshire countryside, the sun is shining, but not on some.
Kiyo, he sustained an injury to his shoulder, to his right shoulder. He was pretty upset and pretty concerned because of the injury and the plates and the pin he has in on the collarbone, and he felt that something was wrong. Called me and said, look, you know, I'm not going to be able to ride. I still can't. I can't do a press up. I can't pull my arm above my head or anything. So that was a decision made there and then, really, not to run Kiyo.
Sorry to team, fans, but I tried to ride this weekend, but very difficult.
Everything's going fantastic for Alex and Samson Honda team. Alex is a lovely lad to work with. He's extremely enthusiastic. He's got a real go-get-it, can-do attitude, and that's everything he does, you know, off the bike, on the bike, training, whatever.
He showed everybody in this paddock and all year what he's capable of, and I've always believed, because Alex is a naturally quick rider. I want 2 wins today, and then we're going to take it to Brands Hatch, mate, and then we're going to be British champion. And I will quite clearly state that, so you don't edit that bit, because that's going to happen, mate.
He knows he's got the talent, he knows he's got the speed. As long as he puts his A game together, they're not going to beat him, they can't beat him. Everyone's took each other to another level this year. You know, Shakey's riding better than I've ever seen him. Brookes is riding better than I've ever seen him. Because of Alex, that step this level up. You know, so Shakey's had to go up and the others are going along with it.
As the fans descend on race day, and as the atmosphere builds, there's another twist in the tale.
Shakey had an unfortunate crash, which was just one of those things. High-sided quite aggressively.
Yeah, we're going to know about midway to 3/4 way through this next race. If Shakey's up there pushing, he's fine.
It's only Shakey knows how he feels, so just got to grin and bear it. It might be damage limitations today, but we'll see if we can keep the championship alive going towards Brands Hatch.
For me, he's obviously still able to go quick, qualified second after that accident. However, can he do 14 laps? Big ask.
I think they're also quite lucky because Ellison's been on fire all weekend, but crashing out just before Q2 has really cost him. So he's starting from row 6, so I think he'll be out the picture. But it's, you know, for me, it's still a 2-horse fight between Byrne and Lowe's.
The Showdown, being as it is, you can't afford to make a mistake, and they're all making mistakes.
We're hopeful today. We never write Shakey off.
Don't rule Shakey out for the race.
Lowe's grabs the advantage from Shakey Byrne. Look at Shakey. Oh, Alex Lowe's having none of that.
Brookes is out, Brookes is out.
Oh, Brookes has got a problem, a major problem for Josh Brookes. This really is a huge dent in the Australian Championship chances. Oh, he does! He sits up Alex Lowe, sensational! Oh, he's got a terrific drive, while Shakey goes across to the left to protect his line, dropping into Brooklands. Alex goes around the outside of him. Tries to get the drive inside the Honda. He's done it. And the drive for the line, and neck. Alex nets it by half a bike length across the line.
Much better than that, really. Especially Sam's just become world champion, so you know Alex is on his way to trying to do what he can in this championship. So it's been a good day so far.
We don't mind finishing second if you're involved in a race like that. Both clean riding, that's as good as it gets. Where we've come from yesterday to, you know, probably didn't think we were going to be riding, and you nearly won the race. So yeah, it was good. Chuffed a bit. His man made a steal.
The fact that Alex was in the front there, and he and I were pulling away, made the race a little bit more straightforward for me, because I basically just had to concentrate and be in the right place on the track at the right time, and you know, that kept me on his back wheel for the rest of the lap. So God knows how, but we even got pole for race 2, so fingers crossed that'll be a bit better.
When the racer gels with the machinery beneath him, anything can happen, and Tommy Bridewell is in the marketplace for a factory ride next season.
Tommy Bridewell has snooked past Josh Brookes, so he now is in third place on the Milwaukee Yamaha, so he's doing everything he possibly can to convince Sean Muir to sign him for next year.
Oh, that is a big... Oh,
James!
Well, I'll tell you what,
wow.
what's happening there?
What a save!
I can't believe that.
I could see the gap from the group in front pulling away from PJ, and I was desperate to get past. A bit too much gas at the end of the back straight, and had a big high side, came out of the seat. I thought that was it, game over, and I just managed to climb back on again.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you what, I hadn't seen anybody nearly crash like that. That was as near as you get. Hello?
Really tidy, clips the curb, holds onto the curb, Shakey goes for the inside line, he can't find a way through. Alex perfect through the line of the final turns. Surely is going to take victory once again. Oh, how close was that? 12.012 of a second. Byrne gets it. Shakey did grab the advantage from Alex Lowe's and Tommy Bridewell. James Ellison fourth.
Just another fantastic race, but really I'm shaking.
Double podium, it don't come no better, does it? Fantastic.
She's off, you know, I could see the championship edging away from us this weekend. And now we really just have to try and consolidate third.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew because he was really good under pressure. Always good under pressure he was. I don't know, you make him hurt, you make him angry, he's going to come first.
We're 1 point behind, and it's the final round of the year. Bram's got 3 races, and I'm going to give everything I've got to go out there and see if we can stick it to Shakey Byrne.
It was, you know, it was a difficult race, but I was really happy and feel good, you know, with the way it ended. I think I could definitely have more of an impact on Alex and Shakey because there's 1 point between him, so they're just going to hate me at Brands Hatch.
Obviously James is 41 points behind at the minute in the championship. In there's 3 races, so there's 75 points over the grabs. You know, we know a little bit more what the championship side of things is going to do after Saturday evening. If James goes out and wins and Alex and Shakey have a DNF, then it's all open again. So we'll see. But for me, my best interests are to see the team succeed. You know, I'll do what I can to help if it's possible for James to win the championship. If it's wet, then it's any man's, you know, it's just going to be one of them. But for me, I'm just determined to come here, and ideally I'd love to try and win my first race here, you know. We'll see, it's a bit of a long shot, you know, but I feel strong on the Yamaha now, and I feel the bike and the crew obviously strong for me, and I know the team and everything's capable of it.
It's been a bit of a hectic year in all fairness. It's been quite exciting though, you know. Apart from the Ducati, we've rode nearly everything, so... but hey, you know, we've run out of time now. We've got no races left, so we can't do the Ducati this year, but who knows for next year, like.
We had an awesome season last year on the supersonic BMW, and I was hoping to ride for Danilo, you know, this season. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and you know, luckily I'd done a deal with Ian, the Bavens Honda, for the season. The team I get on well with. I like Ian and everyone, they're great people, but just for me, there was a few too many mechanical DNFs. It just was a little bit too demoralising. It was no one's fault, it's just bad luck. And yeah, we just decided to knock it on the head. Still get on really well with them. Great people, you know, and help me out in stuff. But yeah, it was just time to move on. And then obviously joined Housewell Kawasaki. It almost kicked off really from there. Obviously going on to the Kawasaki wasn't easy.
Bridewell now 5th.
Luckily I managed to bring my Italian boys in, and we you know, pretty much adapted to the Kawasaki quite fast. The team worked well.
Bridewell!
Have a bit of that!
Before you know it, I was running top 5 and then started to get on the podium, and you know, got my first podium at Cadwell Park. It was a big podium, like another podium at Donington for him, and then a little bit of a misunderstanding. It's not the image I want to
paint for myself, you know. I do just want to have a nice, strong season with the same team, like, you know. There's just been too many misunderstandings, and obviously ended up, you know, parting company with Martin for one reason or another, and it was a massive shame. You know, mentally, it did really upset me. You know, I didn't want to be in that position, like, you know, but that's just the way it was. And I was released from my contract. When me and Martin parted company, I had nothing. You know, there was nothing in line. There was no ride for Sean there, you know, obviously, or anything. It was just me out on my ear again. Within a day, I then had a ride. So, like I say, before Assen, a lot had gone on, and it was hard work, to be honest. You know, it wasn't easy, and you know, my bloody Twitter was going mad, and I was getting slated from every angle because of the Housel thing. I was getting praised because of the, you know, the Milwaukee Yamaha thing, and genuinely, I don't really pay much attention to all that. But when you've got literally page after page after page on your Twitter account and stuff, yeah, I let it get to me a little bit at that time. And for what we'd been achieving for Housel, to be almost without a ride was like, whoa, like, you know, crazy. So yeah, very lucky to get the opportunity to be out at Assen. I've never been given the opportunity to work with, you know, a team like this, and I've always dreamt about it, you know, and I've always worked so hard day in, day out with my training and work and everything to hope and dream that one day it will happen, you know, and now I've been given the opportunity. You know, you're riding for a factory Yamaha team, you know, got great people around them, got great sponsors and everything with Milwaukee, and it's a fantastic opportunity for me, you know, and yeah, when the opportunity came up, I grabbed it with both hands, you know, and I'm not looking back.
It's only, you know, a handful of top teams in there, to be fair, and we got, you know, 25 lads that all want them few top teams. Like, you know, no disrespect to the other boys, other teams out there, but you know, we all know where we want to be, innit? Like, you know, and there's X amount of factory teams, and there's too many riders for them, innit? You know.
From the past, he's had a bad boy reputation. But I know from a judicial experience that I've seen him change over the last 4 years, and the guy's got an awesome lot of talent, and I think that's what the team needs. And if he settles in towards the end of the year, let's hope we see him with Milwaukee next year, and it'll be great for Ellison to have a fast teammate.
To go from a Kawasaki to a Yamaha is crazy, like, you know, is day and night.
The Yamaha's got a cross-plane crankshaft. It has a different sort of firing order and a different feel to it, really. Takes a little bit of a different riding style, where you can point and squirt maybe a little bit more with the Kawasaki and the Honda especially. This likes a real fast-flowing sort of nature of circuits. Yeah, Tommy Bridewell's done really well, you know, adapting to the Yamaha. He hasn't been on one for a while. He did ride one a few years ago for a brief period, but he's jumped on it. Felt at home quite quickly, really, and found the chassis, you know, something that he likes. So I think we'll find him building more into the bike, more as more laps he gets and a bit more track time. He'll get to feel more and more comfortable, and yeah, looking forward to it.
He seems to have his head sort of in the right place, knows what he's got to do, goes out there, he goes to do it. I don't think there was any doubt about it. Put Tom on the right bike, and to have this opportunity now with Milwaukee, I think he can go out there and upset.
Finals weekend at Brands Hatch, with race 1 of 3 on the Saturday. The weather isn't looking as good as we've been used to all year. Still, with a championship to be decided, and with Shakey battling through injury in his personal war for 4, conditions are the same for everyone.
Well, it very much is about old versus new. Shakey Byrne, who's got 3 British Superbike Championship wins, 51 race victories, against Alex Lowe's, who up until earlier on this year had only ever had 1 Brands Hatch podium around the Grand Prix circuits. Shakey, again, it's in his backyard. He's got 11 victories around here. He's got 2 more World Superbike victories around here, so he really does know his way around the Brands Hatch GP circuit, whereas Alex is yet to win around here. But Alex Lowe's is very much the form rider. Forget what happened at Assen. and forget Narry's defeats at Silverstone, but he could have quite easily have won the last 8 races. He's won 7 of them. The pressure is a little bit more on Alex than it is on Shakey. Shakey's been there, he's coped with this before, and Alex, this is new to him. He's never won a British Championship before, so he's looking to try and box off the first one. If we look at this meeting last year, Shakey Byrne took 3 victories. He took 75 points. Alex Lowe's left here with 2 crashes and 1 mechanical failure. He didn't get any points whatsoever. Let's not forget, 12 months ago, Shakey Byrne didn't have to win the final race, yet he did. But that's Shakey's mentality. I would expect nothing other than that once again, and I think that Alex Lowe's, he's going to come out of the box all guns blazing this weekend, and I think it's going to be the closest finish to a British Superbike Championship we've ever seen.
To be honest with you, the crash at Silverstone, that hurt me. You know, I'm not fixed now. Since Silverstone, all I've done is physio. My determination and the racer that I am has said, get on your push bike or go to the gym or go for a swim or do something, but my body's been like, dude, you've got to give me a break. You know, I need to get fixed. I need some time to repair. You know, the crash with Alex, the impact speed was 270 kilometres an hour. You know, you jump out your car at 150 miles an hour or whatever that equates to and roll down the motorway for however long it takes you to stop, and then 2 weeks later go to the medical centre with, you know, possible broken pelvis or, you know, lower spine or whatever. You know, you're going to be feeling pretty second hand, and that's where I am right now. I could definitely do with being in a bit better shape. I think honestly the race to win at Silverstone was massive for me, you know, physically, mentally. Alex has had a really good run of races just lately, picked me to the line in the last 4 or 5 races or whatever, and I unloaded the last 2 or 3 rounds worth of trophies out the back of my van earlier on before I came here, and there was a whole load of number 2s, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm not feeling these number 2s, so fingers crossed this weekend we can get some more number 1 ones. If I win 3 races, or if I beat Alex 3 times, then obviously I become champion again, and that's the ultimate aim. I'm in a good place right now. I'm enjoying my racing. I've had a good fun season, and hopefully we can get the result we need at the end of this weekend.
This is the first wet weekend we've had in Prospect all season. There's no game plan when the weather turns like this. All you've got to do is stay on 2 wheels, and then after that you've got to hopefully develop a result. Between those 2 guys, you keep thinking that Shakey must have the experience in the bag. All the differences in the motorcycles are suddenly negated when the weather's like this. It's down to your feel with the throttle and what's happening at the back wheel. So again, would you say that Alex has gained that experience over the past 12 months to really have that feel and to be able to make it work in racing conditions? Or is Shakey still the man with the wealth of experience who'll be able to do that? He's known Brands Hatch in all its different configurations, in all its different weather. I've got to say Shakey, but honest to goodness, that little fella Alex Lowe's, he's riding on a high. He's a super confident kid, and I think you simply cannot discount him. I think he's going to be absolutely right there in Shakey's face.
When the lights go out, we're off. Josh Brookes gets a clean start on the Taiko Suzuki, but look how strong Shakey Byrne was from his inside, and it's Shakey Byrne who grabs the racing line into Paddock Hill Bend. Ellison's come through from 14th to 8th on the first lap. Alex Lowe's plunges through and plunders 3rd place as they launch over the top of Hawthorne Hill. Look at this, Shakey Byrne now has Alex Lowe's right with him. There's a drying line.
There's a dry line, Jack. I think the problem with this is it's dry in places and absolutely sodden wet and never going to dry in others. And Ellison's going backwards. That's Westmoreland.
James seemed really detuned.
He does, yeah.
He didn't defend that line at all.
He didn't.
I wonder if he's got a problem.
I think, yeah, he's definitely got a problem.
Jacobson has been overtaken by Bridewell, who's having a storming ride through the field. Ellison is now back to 13th place behind Linfoot and Kirkham. Oh, and he'll be so keen to get the power on early because he's already had a bit of a look along the Cooper Straight towards Surtees.
He has.
Making this move up the inside, and he's going to try and do it again.
Yeah.
He dashes through, moves across to try and grab what passes for a drier line, and he moves crucially through into 2nd place ahead of Shakey Byrne. Now the battle's on. James Ellison has retired the Milwaukee Yamaha. Hugely disappointing conclusion to Saturday here at Brands Hatch.
Frustrating for us, you know, you put a lot of effort in, bike, you know, pretty happy with, and qualifying and race let down in both of them with a helmet issue with his visor, so yeah, difficult for us, difficult to accept really.
Oh, once again, Alex Lowe's has a snaky moment as he powers out of the Clark curve from clearways, and here comes Shakey Byrne. He almost got the drive up the Brabham straight, but not quite enough, and he has a moment himself. And suddenly, Alex Lowe's is galvanising. He's on the 16th of 18 laps. You can see Josh Brookes up the track ahead of him. Surely he wouldn't be tempted to give chase.
Absolutely not. Not even Alex Lowe's.
Josh Brookes onto the 17th of 18.
Fastest after the race, 36.9 by Lowe's.
Wow, that was quick.
Second and a half quicker than Brookes. He's not going to do that in 2 hours, is he?
Well, I wouldn't put it past him. Suddenly, look at the... Oh, he is just going for this. And look at the difference in body language between Lowe's and Byrne. Come on. Into clearways, dropping right into the Clark curve. It surely is going to be victory for the 3rd time this year. The first race of the weekend goes to Josh Brookes, Taiko Suzuki. 2nd place, that'll do. Thank you for Alex Lowe's on the Samsung Honda. He takes a 3-point lead in the championship over the defending champion, number 67, Shakey Byrne.
2 more to go, and then that title's ours.
To be honest, I was a bit more calm than I was at Silverstone. Now Sam's won his championship, but just concentrating on Alex. He rode fantastic. In the first few laps, I thought he looked a bit nervous, but towards the end, I thought, just slow down. Do not try and catch Josh Brookes. You don't need to. Set the points off Shakey. That's what we need to do. Roll on tomorrow. Bring it on. So we're in pole position tomorrow, so that's even brilliant. I try and ride the bike with him as much as I can, and it's hard, and well, it is hard, isn't it? What can I say? I mean, I'm just so pleased with him. He's just coming in now, look.
A bit of edge of your seat stuff, really, wasn't it? You know, Alex followed Shakey there most of the race, and we thought, right, we've got to get in front of him. Didn't think Alex was going to push like that after passing Shakey. You know, another few more laps, and could have been a different story.
We're only halfway there. 1 down, 2 to go. Tomorrow's the day. You know, we start afresh now, refocus, do it all again tomorrow.
It's great to take the win, but it's almost an anti-climax with you know, not being a part of the title chase. But great to give the reward to the Taiko Suzuki team and give them the win. You know, we always look for in every weekend.
You know, I was riding around there towards the end of that race, and I was thinking it'd be really easy to throw away 16 points here. You know, it's horrible conditions. Exactly what sort of none of us wanted, really, except maybe Josh, who seemed quite happy with them.
I focused as hard as I could. I dug in, and yeah, we were in with a shout going into the last day of the year. 1 race down and 2 races to go. But yeah, I feel pretty good. Whatever happens when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna give everything I've got and see where we are come the last race of the day.
Let's get them back out there then.
For me, Alex is looking really strong. He's riding well. He's had some good results the last few rounds. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. I'm going to be here watching in the crowds with my cheeseburger and enjoying my day. So good luck to him, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Steaming up in this day and age, it's a strange one. That, you know, you've got to. James has had a lot of awful bad luck this year, and as we know, but it just doesn't seem to be going for him at the moment. So I'm sure he's not feeling great about things, and I'm sure Sean Muir Racing and Milwaukee are a bit down in the dumps. But you know, he'll lift himself up, and he'll probably be there tomorrow, hopefully.
Well, Shane Byrne psychologically has probably had to take a bit of a battering today because he had no answer for Alex. Alex went out there and just ran away with it into that 2nd spot. And I reckon 2 more laps, he may have caught Josh Brookes. Getting past Josh Brookes is a different matter, but it doesn't matter because I think psychologically Alex has the upper hand going into this last day. If I was Shane tonight, I'd be thinking, okay, we're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater here. This is a case of I know the championship, I know what I've got to do, and it's Brands. So if push comes to shove and I have to hang it all out, I'll hang it all out.
It's been a bit of a seesaw throughout the showdown, but you couldn't have set you up any better. Personally, I don't care who wins. They're both great lads, both good friends of mine, and I wish them all an equal amount of luck. If I was a betting man, it's probably changed from last night, because I would have said just about Shane Byrne, and now I'm thinking possibly just giving the edge to Alex Lowe's.
As night descends on Brands Hatch, what will Wonder Kid Alex Lowe's be dreaming of? The grand finale commences. A roller coaster ride of emotions.
And so we're finally here. It's the 20th of October, it's the final day of the 2013 MCE British Superbike Championship. And you remember back in 2010 we said, you know, why do we do this showdown? Because we want to create a sporting competition in motorsport that has to come down to the final day of the final race of the season. And in many ways it could come down to the final lap of the final day. The character of the championship has been very much about the master and the apprentice. Shane Byrne, 3 times MCE British Superbike champion, gunning for the record-breaking 4th championship title. Then Alex Lowes, who just 12 months ago started his real ascendancy by getting into the Showdown 6 last year, and then at this round last year having his championship hopes dashed with a crash on the race on Saturday.
Yeah, I actually slept pretty good. I had some weird dreams about winning races at Brands Hatch, so yeah, it all comes down to today. I'm going to give everything, enjoy it, and yeah, keep focused, see how we end up.
I spoke to him over the weekend. You could just see those nerves, and I just thought, is it, you know, and I think you'd understand it. As I said, he hasn't been there before. He's thinking about what could be, what might be, and whereas actually I think when he overtook Shakey, that lifted him. You could see it in his demeanour and his body language, and suddenly he started to believe. And I think that was a real seminal moment of the whole meeting and the whole championship. And I think beating him round here in that first race of the weekend has really made him think, I can win this championship.
I feel like if I start thinking about it, I feel like everything I've ever worked for is on this weekend. And then I get nervous and scared and worried. So then I try and think, it's just a normal race. I just go do normal things, work as hard as I can in the practices, work as hard as I can in the qualifying, and race as hard as I can and focus as much as I can. But when you take a step back and look at it, it's true. You know, the whole of my career I've been in the BSB paddock building up to have a chance to win the British Superbike Championship, and this is now. This is the chance, and I'm going to grab it with both hands and try and make that happen.
Alex is peaking. He's absolutely on form, as he has been all year, and you know, it's incredible. He's so focused. He's so looking forward to this. Just wants to get out there and race.
Alex is good. The team's good. Yeah, it'll be all right. Be okay. Leave everyone else start worrying.
A little bit nervous, wishing the conditions to do one or the other, but they won't, no matter how hard I wish, so yeah, get out there, see how it goes.
As Shakey leaves the safe haven of the garage, can his quest to rewrite the history books and lift the crown for the 4th time be achieved, or will his war for 4 be shredded by the sheer youthful determination of Lincolnshire's finest, Alex Lowes? Never discount Shane Shakey Byrne. As Petra has so often reminded us, he doesn't do second.
Alex Lowes pointing straight ahead on pole position on the right. No early apex in the paddock for him. He's just going for an absolute Santa Pod getaway. Well, look at Norrie Haga. Haga bursts through into the front 3, but then just backs off and allows Shakey Byrne to get the whole shot ahead of Alex Lowes on the blue Samsung Honda. James Westmoreland also gets a brilliant start and buried in the pack as Westmoreland shoots to the front and really took a big, brave move up Hailwood Hill on the build-based BMW. Lowes is gone! Lowes is down! Alex Lowes has crashed coming out of Druids on the first lap. Alex Lowes has gone down. He throws his arms up in disbelief. He can't restart the race. What on earth happened there?
Right, I think it's fair. We'll see it again, but I think, oh, here we go. We'll have another look. We'll look him back.
It's Josh Brookes.
He had a little bit of a coming together with Josh Brookes. You can't apportion blame.
No, that was what happened. The two of them just went for the same line.
With echoes of the 2012 final, Alex's crash leaves him and his team devastated. The dream of lifting the title seems to be in tatters. And once again, Shakey is the clear favourite to lift the crown.
PJ Jacobson was looking underneath as they went through clearways and easily gets the better of Shakey Byrne. And Shakey Byrne's gone down. Shakey Byrne's fallen. Wow. Oh, and has he done that coming out of Druids?
I think it is.
Oh, he limps away. What happened to Shakey? He's already lost out to PJ Jacobson.
It'll be the rear that goes.
He's gone. Oh, Shane, so the 36-year-old from just up the road in Sittingbourne has lost that points advantage he had, and we're back to a 3-point deficit as he goes into the final race of the season.
Can you believe this? And it's that rear intermediate on one of the wettest parts of the track that's let go.
Obviously Alex isn't very happy, he's come off light in the first lap. Well, he got his handlebar knocked out of him, knocked his hand, so a bit peed off really, but now Shakey's come off, it's a bit of a, it puts it back in as it was before we started. I can't believe it. Shakey was dropping back a bit, so I'm assuming that his tyre choice wasn't right. That's just what we was discussing. Alex had the same tyres on as him, so maybe if Alex hadn't got knocked off, he would have been struggling as well. The guy that's leading's got full wets on, but when you look at the screen as now, it looks like there's a drying line, but I don't know. It's so changeable. You look out the back, it looks cloudy. It's who knows? It's just one of them, innit? Why can't it just be dry and we have a proper race and everybody goes through it, you know? So I don't know. Very, very strange. We'll see what happens a bit later on.
Surely Josh Brookes lights himself up. No, Costello bravely chops across the front of the Dango Suzuki. He's still Brookes wide. Oh, Brookes cuts back underneath him. What a ride! What a ride! Brookes takes the win for Dango Suzuki from an absolutely courageously Costello. Third place for James Ellison.
What's he got on? I was behind you to turn off, that's all right, only on turn 2.
With the playing field level again, Alex and Shakey can afford to laugh off each other's misfortune in race 2. Now it's down to the final race of the season. The war for 4 continues unabated.
Just going across the top of Surtees all the way down through that king, spinning like 4th or 5th gear, just not going forward.
Do you know what? Right now I don't know. I want to go and have a sleep. I'm going to stretch my leg off a little bit, have something to eat and regroup. Hope that the sun stays out and see what happens in the final race. Thanks.
The tyre choice on the grid was what the rider would go with for his confidence, and I honestly thought that Inters would be the right choice and would come good the second half of the race, which they did, but with Alex tipping off on the first lap on his Inters at Druids, and then you wouldn't have thought Shane would have fallen off, but you only had to be a little bit offline and you paid the price, and that's what happened. Well, it's all to play for still, so we've been in this position at Brands a few times, and you couldn't write these scripts really.
What's going to happen? It's come down to this, hasn't it? One race, last race of the whole season, Brands Hatch, Shakey's home turf. I mean, who would have called it? Who would have said that this would have happened today? Both of them would have DNF'd in the second race of the day, coming to the last race. But I'll tell you what, Al wants this desperately. He wants it. I know Shakey wants it, but Al is hungry. I've never known anyone to be as hungry as what he is for this championship. And he's going to take some stopping, that's all I know. And he'll bring it home. He'll bring it home where he needs to bring it home. He'll get the job done. He'll get it done. I'm confident, very confident.
Okay, it's difficult because they're both nice guys, but Shakey Byrne, definitely. King of Brands Hatch.
I want Alex to win because he's really fast and he's good at the bends.
Alex Lewis is going to win because he's fast, he's young, and he's British, and he's down to earth, and I just really hope he wins.
Two contenders. Only one can lift the crown. Only one will be remembered. And with Shakey at the back of the grid, can the Wonder Kid stop his rival's dream and be #1 himself? Alex's grandmother phoned to remind him that no one remembers the runner-up.
What about Shakey Byrne? He had the pats on the back and the cheery words whispered in his ear, but he's on his own back on the 22nd place Full wets here for the final race. The first full wet race of the whole campaign is the final race of the series at Brands Hatch. Josh Brookes on pole position, gets good drive on the Tyco Suzuki. In for Shakey Byrne's helmet, and he goes for an outside line to try and wing his way around the outside into Paddock Hill.
It's dangerous, because if anything happens, you're going to cop for it.
Alex Lowe's is in the thrust, cut and thrust in the midst there. Dan Linfoot in 4th place behind Chris Walker, and I think Lee Costello might have made a sharp start as well.
I've got to say, Shane Byrne not made a bad start from where he was.
There's number 67. What a start by Shakey Byrne. Never write that man off.
Yeah, 22nd to 13th, that's about as good as you can hope for.
The unfortunate thing for Shakey Byrne is he's in that second phalanx of riders, and he's got a bit of work to do to get through there. But look at that. How do you see when you're in conditions like that? Shakey Byrne, number 67. I foolishly thought the championship was decided by the starting positions, but with the 36-year-old sitting born, you just never know. Those bright blue eyes are blazing behind that visor.
It was never going to be, but you know, to be fast and safe and past people. Oh, that was Ellison nearly high-sided.
But you watch
Linfoot spears up the inside of Walker, and Shakey Byrne's out the seat in Sterling.
Yeah, so Shakey, a big moment for him. Shakey Byrne, what he's doing is capturing prisoners with every lap. And at number 4, Dan Linfoot neck and neck with number 67, Shakey Byrne, as they launch down Pilgrim's Drop. He's through. Now Shakey, amazingly, has got in his sights Samsung Honda's Alex Lowe's.
Some ride this is, Jack. I cannot tell you how easy it is to fall off when you're pushing on the way that Shane Byrne is having to do just now.
Oh! Kirkham had a big moment then, and that slowed him more than it slowed Alex Lowe's. Lowe's followed suit, but was able to dive through inside the BMW.
Shane needs to get through and past Kirkham as soon as he can. It looks like he's done it now.
Now that was a trick. That was a move of a class rider.
Wasn't it?
So tight on the inside of Surtees. He's got the drive up the hill. So now we reach the stage where if they swap positions, then they swap championship.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, that means Shakey will win the championship by 1 point.
Now Alex Lowe's must know who's behind him, and of course it's not just Shakey Byrne. There's Kirkham, Linfoot, Walker's off the track, and there's Shakey Byrne. Shakey Byrne takes that opportunity to launch through inside on the entrance to Surtees and snatch second place from Alex Lowe's. Oh, Shakey has a massive moment coming through Clark Curve. That will give number 22 Alex Lowe's a bit of hope, and also the drive to think about overtaking. Oh, Shakey. Wow. Behind Kirkham and Linfoot, you've got Waters, Bridewell, Ellison. Bridewell's overtaking his teammate. Walker's 9th, Westmoreland 10th.
Listen, Bridewell going quick. He just slipped his quickest lap of the race in, and that's quicker than just about everybody in front of him except for Brookes.
Big, snaky moment for Alex Lowe's there as he came out of Graham Hill Bend. Do you know who's fourth now? Tommy Bridewell.
Yeah, I said he was going well. He's sticking fastest lap after fastest lap, and he's Bridewell. Lowe's is looking strong, I've got to say. Body language says to me he's going to have a do anytime soon. He's looking at the inside. See how he set it up for the inside there?
Alex Lowe's looks super confident. Look, he's going to go for the inside line as they drop down to Graham Hill Bend. Alex Lowe's goes through. Shakey Byrne tries to shade him off, but he can't do it. Alex Lowe's grabs the advantage. Shakey gets the power down along the Cooper Straight. Now it's reversed. Now the championship potentially changes hands.
It does. And what Shakey got left, we're going to find out. Shakey's got to be careful now because Bridewell is right there and got the pace to do something about it.
Oh, and number 22, Alex Lowe's out onto the white line and slightly beyond as he exited Hawthorns then, trying to escape the clutches of the reigning champion. Oh, and again he was onto the white line.
Lowe's is on the white line.
And Tommy Bridewell, he is just coming in on them all the time, and that was what made the...
Oh, Lowe's out the seat again. He's out the seat again.
3 times in succession. And that gave Shakey Byrne that extra drive as he tried to get under him, but Alex determinedly shuts the door as they go down Paddock Hill Bend. And now, what will the problem for Shakey? It'll become vulnerable to a pass by number 46 there, Tommy Bridewell, who's right behind them.
Bridewell still on it, nearly as quick that lap, 37.1.
Oh dear.
Would you want to get involved in this? Would you want to get involved?
With Josh Brookes out of sight leading the final race, Tommy knows he can't get the win, so he backs off, leaving Alex and Shakey to battle for the championship.
It's Alex Lowe's. He's in the driving seat for the championship. The reigning champion right behind him.
Another fastest lap, 36.3 from Lowe's, 36.3 from Byrne. He's going every bit as quick.
As they drive up the hill now towards Druids.
Backmarker, I want the backmarker out of the way. Get him out of the way.
That was a mistake by Shakey as they went up Aylwood Hill.
That might have cost him
into Druids.
That might have cost him the championship. Just might have cost Shakey in the championship.
Josh Brookes will take the victory. 3 out of 3 for Taiko Suzuki as he wheelies across the line. Second place and the MCE British Endurance British champion of 2013 is Samsung Honda's Alex Lowe's. He looks round for the defeated Shakey Byrne because he'll want to hand over his commiserations to the ex-champ because that was some rousing climax to the series.
Yeah, it's quite good really. British champion, yeah. You know, to do that at the last round and win it like that, oh, it's great for the fans. We got a massive crowd here, so I hope they really enjoyed it because we all did. Well, sort of enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it now, but at the time, oh, yeah, I did watch a bit of it this time, which makes a change, but I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I'm chuffed to bits.
It's been a great season. Maybe a tiny bit of an anti-climax. I mean, I wish for the crowd, I wish for TV, I wish for the championship itself that the 3 races could have been dry and we could have had a proper gloves-off fight. But in those conditions of the last race there, I gave absolutely everything I had. I come from 22nd on the grid to finish third, sorry. And I knew I needed to beat Alex, and Alex knew he needed to beat me. But me taking the time to get to him and then him pipping me at the end there was kind of frustrating. But he's a good friend of mine, and I'm really pleased. If anybody deserved it, he did.
Back to be the champion, so I stuck to my prediction and look what has happened. So I can honestly say that I'm truly delighted. I've got a sore throat, but that'll be it. But I'm immensely proud.
Unbelievable. I wish I had half his talent, trust me on that one.
All hail Alex Lowe's, the new MCE British Superbike champion. All smiles for long-suffering Donna, proud mother of 2 champions. Sensational!
Oh, absolutely over the moon. What a result. Alex, that was unbelievable in that race. Put it together. He knew what he had to do. And he knew he wanted the championship. He had to beat Shakey.
The way these two have rode this year and entertained everybody, the one who comes over the line first is a well-deserved winner, and it came out as Alex Lowe, so congratulations to him, commiserations to Shakey, but once again, what a season for BSB.
don't know really, it's unbelievable, it's a dream come true, and I gave everything I had, and I don't know. I need to speak to my brother, I'll probably sink in there.
I know that I come from 22nd on the grid and gave everything I got to try and win. Yeah, finished third. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of this year. It's been a fantastic year. Really made me smile and really made me realise how much I love my job. So I have to come back and try and win that fourth one next year now.
I wish I could enjoy the triple a bit more. Sad to see that the year come to an end and we haven't achieved what we set out for again.
Unfortunately, the Milwaukee Amateur team left the season with a 4th place, and very disappointed for myself really, and disappointed for the team because they did deserve more than that.
Last season we made the Showdown, but we just didn't quite have the package. This season it's just been a rollercoaster. I would like to have a good fighting chance at the title myself. Now I have a team behind me.
It was tough to ride around and see, you know, the championship that I won last year go to somebody else. But I think nobody's more worthy this year. He's been a great rider. He's made me, like I said, made me realise how much my job means to me and how much I enjoy it.
Fantastic. I mean, what a year the Lowe's family have had. I mean, his brother's world champion, he's British Superbike champion, so fantastic. And I mean, he won it fair and square today. I mean, he just rode superb, so what a fantastic day for him and the whole team.
Yeah, kept his cool, run a strong, incredible race, and you know, at the end there, fastest lap of the race on the last lap, all best sectors, purple right through it, and it's amazing. It's great fun, great for the kid. I mean, you know, don't forget he's a twin, and his twin brother's world champion. He won today over in Spain, so it's pretty emotional really. It's fantastic to see, lovely kid, great he won it.
In my opinion, he had a tough job beating Shakey on that Kawasaki, and he worked at it, and I think my heart was going more than it had gone all weekend at Ereth watching Alex's last race. To do it at the last round, you know, it's fantastic.
Alex is riding just as hard, just as strong as he ever has, but with a lot more experience and confidence. All he's got to look forward to now is good results, and I think they've got a good future, I do.
It's hats off to Alex. It's his first ever championship. They will never be any harder than that to beat Shakey round brands in the wet on the last lap. I mean, they don't get any tougher, so well done him. Whoever won today deserved it, and it was Alex.
Two champs. 2 twins as well, isn't that nice? I knew they could get the job done. They've got the ability. All it was just making sure that they believed in themselves, they put all the effort in that they put in the gym out on track.
To win a championship or to lose a championship, everything goes in, from my mum, my dad, my family, my brother and all my friends. It'd be impossible to even try and sum up what it all means to me. It's incredible. I don't know what to say really. I'm so happy. I've worked so hard and the team have done a fantastic job, and yeah, it's great. I'm Alex Lowe's, British Superbike champion.